Alright guys, welcome to another chapter. So in this chapter I will be using Sculpting Pro, and I will refine my model a little bit better. So right now I'm going to stroke palette, and here I'm just trying some configuration to see which one is better. I don't want my mesh to be really dense, so I try to find good value. Okay, seems this one is good enough. Okay, so here I'm starting with a head. Right. So right now I'm just try to block out some rough shapes of a head. Of course, this head is asymmetrical. So right now it's look very off, really awkward. But I will fix it. Okay, so very important is to have right references. Okay, I'm using my references. I have another monitor, so I'm using a program called PureRef, and I have a lot of references of human head, structures. Okay, so if you really experience it, you can do this kind of stuff from your head, but in my case I need to use references. Okay, so right now it's just like giving some general feeling to a head. Here I'm just blocking some indentations about mouth, chin, eyes, nose, some indentation for ears. Okay. So at this point I need to be really patient with what I'm doing. No need to be in horror. Okay. Adding some geometry to our neck. Just blocking ears, cheekbone. So sculpting a head symmetrically like this is a really good exercise. Okay, so it's really challenging, so I encourage you to try it. Okay. Right. It's already looking like something. Of course it's really ugly, but I will work on it. generally I'm increasing my resolution all over the head. Okay, so in the future it gives me a little bit easier time to sculpt. Okay, here I'm working on ears. Okay, from a distance look not bad. So right now I'm isolating left hand, and with Sculpting Pro I'm like adding finger separations or separations between fingers. Okay. And at the same time I'm like fixing finger shapes. Okay. All right. So right now it's really important to have references and to look at them, because if you want to achieve some kind of realism when you're doing stuff like hands, so it's really important to have references to see proportions, shapes. Okay. So here I'm using a move topological brush because I don't want to affect another part of my model. Okay. Okay, in this point I don't want to add more resolutions, so I disable sculptors. Okay. So I will enable it when I will be sculpting another hand. But right now it's okay. So generally in these sessions I will try to refine my model as good as I can, so I can just remesh it and reproject my details back. Okay, and from that point I could finalize my model. I could add some final strokes, okay, add veins and other kind of stuff, but before that I need to work really hard with this model. Okay. Looking at my model at every possible angles. Still fixing the shape of a palm. Switching my attention back to a face. Okay. So for face, I'm recommend you to have some skins. You can buy them on such stores like 3D Scan Store. It's really helpful to understand anatomy of face, of a head, and maybe you want to have some body scans. You can buy them too. So if you really want to deep your knowledge about all this kind of stuff, you should visit that store and take a look what they have. I have a lot of products from them, and those are really helpful. So right now nothing extremely interesting not going on. Okay, just refining some shapes of a head, face. So as you can see, I'm looking from a back. So in this kind of view, my this model look a little bit flat. Okay, so I need to fix back of his head. Right. This seems to be a little bit better. Right. refining neck. Okay, so here I'm using again Sculpting Pro. So here I'm trying to give a little bit shape to our fist. So as you can see, I have my reference on a split screen, and also I have a lot of references in my other monitor. So I really encourage you to have a lot of references if you're trying to sculpt something. It's really important. So there is not a lot talking about when you're sculpting a fist. All you need to is look at your references, maybe to your own fist, and trying to mimic those shapes. Okay, so best things you can have is good references. Once again, 3scan store have a lot of references of fists. I mean, there is a lot of models that have, like that clenching some fists, standing in boxers positions, and etc. So you can visit this store and pick up something that you like or something that you need. So here I'm switching my attention to his upper arm. So there's a lot of stuff going on his arm, so I need more resolution to capture it. So as you can see, having a lot of polygroups is really helpful. So I can easily isolate some part of my model and just work on them. So yeah, never neglect to use polygroups. It could really help you with your sculpts. Okay, so here I'm switching to a shoulder. Same stuff as before, I'm just trying to achieve some good proportions, shapes. So in future it would be really easy to me to work on it by giving some details, etc. So if you wonder how to use a split screen, I don't believe I mentioned it before. You should go to a transform palette, and from there is a split screen. So you could adjust slider. There is different kinds of split screens. It's a horizontal, vertical split screens. Okay, and you choose which one is best for you. Alright, so there's a lot of progression in a sculpt. So as you can see, I'm already defined a lot of my model. Okay. Of course, there is still a lot to do. Okay, let's work on this arm. As you can see, I'm mostly using my move brush, clay billet brush, and damn standard brush. This is more. This is like my main brushes. So here, as you can see, I have some holes. I believe this is because I'm using Sculpting Pro. So, but you can really easily rid of them by hitting close holes. I believe it's situated in a geometry tablet, and there is modified topology, and there is should be close holes. So yeah, just adding a lot of clay, making some tricks with my move brush. So this was like the process of creating this model. So to keep your model, you know, like not that heavy, and because of using Sculpting Pro, you should make strokes or using it in those parts that are really needed, like where is bad geometry that are pinching, or there is not enough geometry, because when you will be using it on all over your model could be really heavy, and you don't have the ability to move up and down on your subdivisions. So be careful of, you know, like using Sculpting Pro. So you should keep it in mind. But in my case, I'm using not that heavy settings for sculptures, and my model wouldn't be that heavy. But if you are like adding some, you know, final details, you should use like really dense configuration on your sculptures, and this could be really problematic, so you should be careful. So little by little, this model will take a good shape. Okay, as you can see, it's have really good proportions right now. Of course, there is some stuff that need to be fixed, but overall, there is really good progress, and I'm happy with it right now. Okay. So there is time to work on his abdominal muscles. Okay, I'm switching to his leg. So as you can see, there is a lot of work need to be done on his legs. They are really blobby. So right now I'm spending a lot of time just to fixing this lag, but what I should really do is to focus on the area, maybe to switch my attention to another lag. So here I'm trying to make toes. Okay, so this leg look a lot better. Here, as you can see, because I have some separate poly groups on this leg, I can really easily isolate lower leg and fix it like so, and not affect upper leg. All right. Alright, as you can see from the distance, model look not bad at all. So let's continue to work on it. So right now I'm switch my attention to his right leg. Okay. So I need to give it equal quality as sculpt my left leg. So, and one more advice that I could give is not to rush with your strokes. You should be careful and you should lie those strokes where they should be. You know, not like chaotically make strokes all over your model. So yeah, you should be aware of that. You should lie your strokes where they need to be. So I'm closely looking at my references. Right now, in this stage, it's really important to have good references. Okay. So as you can see, I look at my model from every possible angles and try not to stay too often into some particular parts. Okay. So right now I'm kind of trying to carve some muscles indentations. Okay. So at this stage I think this is a really good time to make those carves using the standard brush. They shouldn't be really refined, just they need to be just indentations where the muscle separates from each other. Okay. As you can see, I'm jumping from one area to another. But when my model will be more or less refined, I will stay at some particular parts for a longer time, because the model will be refined. By refined I mean model would have some good proportions, shapes. I need to refine it further, so I would stay at some particular part of my models, for example on a shoulder area or on a calf like this, a lot longer, because those steps would be quite important. Okay, so they would represent your more or less final model, how it would be looking. So you need to spend some time at some particular parts, make them look really nice. Alright, for now I'm concentrating my attention on the leg. Trying to mimic what I'm seeing in my split screen. Also, I'm looking at my PREF references. Okay, as you can see, you should look at your model from every possible angles, because right now, as you can see, at this angle, my model look wobbly at some parts. Okay, so I need to fix them. So for pose like this, I really recommend you to check out some references, some pictures from some contents like Mr. Olympia or others. It would be a great source of references. Or maybe you have access for some other references, images, so you can use them too. Or there is a lot superhero statues that have quite similar poses for legs. You should definitely check those out, because in my opinion they made really good, and they have some great anatomy. So for references, definitely you should check out them too. So there is nothing fancy going on right now. I'm just jumping from one area to another and try to refine every shapes. Okay. Mostly using clay below brush. Okay. So generally I'm trying to make at this stage my forms smooth and round, as you can see, because this way it will be for me it will be really easy to add details. Okay, here I'm separating muscles. Okay, here I'm here I'm making some obliques. Right. Switching to another part of leg. Working on a knee. So I'm sorry if I'm not telling you like every name of every muscles that I'm sculpting, because I don't know all of them, but it's important, you know, like to know what's going on and be able to sculpt what you see, and you know, like, and have a feeling that what you're sculpting is quite alright, like it should be there. So knowing all names of all muscles of human body, or all bones names, it's not kind of important. I mean, it is really good if you know them, and you can really have easy time to communicate with other artists. You know, like if someone asks you some specific about some specific body part, and you could say, you know, like, let's say clavicle is not right, you can point that area, and you can not like saying, you know, this bone that locate near shoulder area is looking not right. You would just say, you know, like your clavicle is not right. So you can't really have easy time to communicate with other artists about anatomy. But you know, in my case, I don't know all bones, names of all bones in human body, or names of all muscles, but it's not a problem when you just want to sculpt something. I think when you sculpt a lot and you are looking at some you know, like anatomy charts to you know, like refresh your knowledge about muscle connections. In this process you will learn something, some names will be saved in your memory, so little by little you would learn a lot names of bones or muscles. So it's just a matter of practicing and willing to learn something. So right now I'm working on a calf area. Once again, I want to make this part not that wobbly, and want to achieve you know, like clean look, and to make my muscles, to make these muscles look a little bit rounder. Okay. I don't want them look flat. Okay. Right now I'm carving serratus muscles because I have polygroups. I can easily isolate body and work just on the serratus like so, and hands would be not affected. Right. So right now working on the chest. Okay. Right now I'm making some really important cuts to have some separations on that area. This is main separations. Also, as you can see, I'm just laying the clay, trying to achieve a roundness of my shapes. Okay. So the hardest part, as I mentioned before, is to figure out main proportions. For me it's really hard, but I am trying to work on it. So for now, it's for me it's really easy to sculpt this model because that I sculpted before. As you can see on the left split screen, I figure out all proportions, shapes. It was kind of a long process, long journey, but I think I achieved a really good final model. So right now it's a matter just to recreate what I've done before and I have a really good reference on my split screen. So when I sculpted this model for first time, I don't have this reference, and I use like just pictures. Also I use spotlight in the brush, where I constantly check my proportions. Okay, so it was a really long journey, but in my opinion succeed. Okay, so right now it's like a really easy trip, just to mimic what I see and what I done before. So now I'm switched to another part. Little bit fixed shoulder. Okay, and I'm continuing to jump all over my model. Okay, now I'm fixing forearm. So now it's a lot of work need to be done, but the main shapes are there. So a big chunk of sculpt we succeed. Okay, so I think this is good enough for now. I will continue work on this model in the next lesson, so I hope you see you there.